Coach, start off and open it up for questions.
Okay, obviously coming off an extremely tough loss at home. I'll say it again, I really appreciate our crowd. They were unbelievable. We just didn't get it done. Didn't get it done offensively, defensively, special teams, and got beat handily. So what we did is we looked at our film. We have to correct the things, and we put that thing to bed, and we're moving forward. Really focusing defensively. We still have to figure out a way to get more pressure on the quarterback. Third down, we're going to need to correct that. We need to work on that offensively. It's really holding on the football. The 4 turnovers, very uncharacteristic, and then we got to score when we get in the red zone. Flipping the page, playing Florida, they had a week off. You look at them, they have a talented roster. So we're going to have to play good football and really just focus on us putting that thing to bed, and that's in the rearview mirror. We're 3-1. Our goals are intact. That's what we told our team yesterday. So we're looking forward to the next game. Questions?
Coach, you have experience playing Florida from your years at Auburn. What have you told your team about what they're going to step into on Saturday night?
Yeah, it's going to be loud. There's no doubt about that. In 2019, it was extremely loud. The circumstances were a little bit different, but we know that it's going to be loud. We're going to have to handle the noise and everything that goes with it.
Gus, do you have a relationship with Billy Napier? I know his dad was a high school coach for many years. I know you probably had some high school connections there.
Yeah.
What's your experience with Billy, and what do you think of it?
Yeah, he was assistant at Alabama. When I was at Auburn, that's really the main extent of it, and so I know him a little bit.
Coach, it seemed like the game plan of letting RJ Hardy dominate just got away from you guys. Is that the plan to reestablish in Gainesville?
Yeah, of course they had something to do with it. You got to give Colorado credit too, but that's obviously it starts with RJ. We got to find creative ways to, if you have a situation like that again, to get him the ball. Obviously, he had the long touchdown pass, but we got to be able to run the football, play action, and do our thing, and they did a good job, containing that.
You mentioned it earlier. How do you explain the challenges in the red zone?
Yeah, we got to do a better job coaching, executing and everything that goes with it, and so that'll definitely be a focus. That was a little bit uncharacteristic too, but hey, that you live and learn, and you got to find a way to improve on that. And after a game like that, you look at areas that you have to improve, and they were glaring the other night. So that's going to give us an opportunity this week to focus more on that, and we got to be better. And I really expect us to be better, really, in all those areas I talked about at the very first.
What surprises you, though, in a week 4 to have seen those sorts of deficiencies?
Well, you got to understand we're still growing as a team. Even after we won the exciting game, we had the 40, 50 new players. We're still growing and learning, and so that's what we did. Obviously we didn't get it done, but our guys. I really like the way our team responded last night at practice. They came out and practiced. You could tell they put it behind them. And then we've got to continue to grow as a team. We have 4 games under our belt. I'll tell you this, I know for sure we are capable of being a good team. And I said that the other game with that's just one game. We got to learn from it. I really expect our leadership to step up and do that and be better moving forward.
Don Struble, Black and Gold Bannerette. Coach, last season the Gators ranked 79th in the country in stopping the run. This season thus far they've fallen to 109th while allowing 189 yards on the ground per game. What is the utilization of the running back room going to look like for you guys heading into Saturday, and how do you hope to exploit this matchup?
Yeah, I think we just kind of talked a little bit about it. We're a run play action team. When we run the football effectively, it opens up everything else, and so we've got to find ways to run the football effectively, and they do have some talented guys. You watch them on film, they're a talented group on defense, and they've had a week off, and there could be some different things that we'll see. We got to be able to adjust and be successful running the football.
The last time you went to Florida Field, you had a true freshman quarterback. This time you go with a guy that's a veteran, who's not only a veteran, he's won there before. How significant is that?
Yeah, I think that's really important anytime a guy has experience. Before, he's an experienced guy. So we're looking forward to him leading us, this week.
You've been in these pressure cooker jobs before. You're not particularly close with Billy, but you kind of know what he's going through. Any advice you would give to him, knowing that circumstance up there?
After we play him, I may, but not right now.
Coach, you were able to outgain Colorado in terms of yards, 461 to 418. What needs to happen to convert that into points?
Well, I mean, the 4 turnovers, I mean, that was a big key, and then our third down defense, and I mean, those things really stick out. I mean, you're not going to beat anybody with 4 turnovers. That is a quality team, and that's got to be corrected, and that was very, very disappointing, and that's got to be corrected.
You mentioned the other night that Miles Montgomery is going to be out for some time. Does that lend itself more opportunity for Penny Boone to fill that number 2 running back role, or do we see more KJ running it as we did against Colorado?
Well, I mean, every game will present it different, but Penny and then Johnny, you can't leave Johnny out too. I mean, we got even if he can't go, we got 3 quality running backs, and so each game will have a different plan, and our quarterback still will be a run threat, and each game will present itself different ways.
Now that you've played 4 games, have any players decided they plan to opt out and not play the rest of the season?
And not that I know of right now.
Coach, with this game coming up, you said earlier, all your goals are still in front of you. Besides the loss that happened going into Gainesville, in-state game, with everything still in front, how important and how big is this game come Saturday?
Yeah, it's important because it's the next one. I mean, the way we played, we need to redeem ourselves, and so it's another opportunity. Just happens to be they're the next ones on the schedule, so we need to play good football.
Gus, and along those lines, in the big picture of things, the state of Florida has always been Florida, Florida State, Miami, big 3. How important is it for the perception of UCF growing to be a bigger part and be a part of that? How important is it for this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's important as far as recruiting. There's no doubt about it. In the big picture, we understand that, but it just happens to be the next one. And like I said, coming off the type of loss that we had, this is going to be about us, and we need to get our stuff together, and we need to play good football. And it's an opportunity for the next game, and it's a big opportunity.
Coach, coming into the season, we know Ted Roof had a big blitz-heavy package, and he's a big blitz guy. But it just seems that you guys have struggled to get to the quarterback in these first 4 games.
Yeah.
How confident are you in the guys that they can eventually?
Yeah, I know for sure we got the guys that can do it, and that's going to be a big key. And like I said, that'll be a huge focus on this week to do it. We've been close. We got some good eternal pressure last week, and he extended some plays that outside the pocket and everything that goes with that. So we've got to continue to help our guys out, and but we will get better in that area.
From a game plan perspective against Colorado, what's something you wish you could do over in preparation?
I mean, there's a lot of things you wish you could do over anytime it's like that. Anytime you have 4 turnovers and you can't get off the field and 3rd down, I mean, there's a lot of things. And like I said, when you have a loss like that, I mean, it starts at the top. It starts with me. So I've got to do a better job with our coaches, with everything that goes with it, and that's what we're going to do.
Coach, this is a unique matchup that you guys are heading into, as the defense will have to prepare to face 2 quarterbacks in Graham Mertz and DJ Lagway. What kind of adjustments are going to be made to address this matchup?
Yeah, well, both of them are talented guys. They're both a little bit different, and so we're going to have to do a good job, trying to take away what they do the best, so, but both of them are very quality quarterbacks.
On that note, do you sense that they like to accomplish things differently with each of those guys, or they running the offense exactly the same way?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit differences. I mean, obviously they're going to play to each other's strengths with that. You can see that, and we're just going to have to be prepared to face both of them.
Guess you had Miles was banged up, obviously. You talked about John Walker last week. What's his status? Are there any other health issues or guys maybe they're banged up that you may have some questionable going into this game?
Yeah, John Walker will not play. I think everyone else, I mean, we were a little banged up, but it looks like, everybody was out there practicing and all that yesterday. And then Miles, I don't know. I know he's wanting to get back out there. He's a great competitor, but at this, right now, I couldn't tell you.
Real quick, Trent Whittemore obviously has experience, having played at Florida. How important is it to have a guy like that maybe? I mean, he wasn't there for maybe a year under Billy, but still how the guy who has connections to that program is, and what he's been able to do so far for you guys.
Yeah, first of all, what he's done, he's one of our better offensive players. He's one of those dirty work guys that he makes us go. He doesn't get his name in the paper like the rest of those guys, but he is so critical. He made an unbelievable play on that one. And the fact that he has experience playing there, that definitely helps with really the other players and everything that goes with it. But I'm real proud of him. He's had a great year so far.
Coach, you talked a lot about how the team is going to learn a lot about themselves following the
Yeah.
loss to Colorado.
Right.
What's the best thing you think they could learn?
I mean, in life, football is just like life. You can learn so many lessons through the game of football. How you handle yourself after you get embarrassed and you have a tough loss, and becoming a man. In my experience, is teams that grow from something like that's winning football. That's winning attitude, and I really expect our team to do that. And I know coaches have to do the same thing, but it's a great opportunity for us. It's a great opportunity for coaches and players to reach deep down in and be better next time out. And like I said, we're still learning about our team. We're still growing as a team. I mean, that's just the reality. And we got a great opportunity this week, so we gotta get better, and I really expect us to do that.
You had the game already at TCU. How does having had a road game already, do you think, help you out?
No, it's helped. And like I said, the unique thing, we've had one of the highest of the highs experience, and we had one of the lowest of the lows experience. We've had both. And now that we've had both, we're capable of growing as a team, and like I expect us to do.
You've elevated UCF's recruiting since you arrived. Obviously, the Big 12 helps a lot with that. And you've gone head-to-head with the so-called former Big 3 in Florida. So how important is a game like this?
Yeah.
I know you obviously beat
Yeah.
Florida at the end of 2021
Yeah.
in the bowl game, but how important is a game like this to show,
Yeah.
what would a win do to help recruiting?
No, there's no doubt. I mean, any time you have an in-state opponent, it helps recruiting and everything that goes with it. And so in that aspect, there's no doubt.
A few more.
What are the biggest challenges for you as a coach in an environment like that? You've been there before, you've been in a lot of these live places. What are the biggest challenges for you? And then also, what did you gain from that experience of being there in 2019?
Yeah, in 2019, it was off the charts loud. I do remember that. It went down to the very end, and they had a really good team, and so it's a road game. I do think the TCU game will help us with the experience of being on the road in a loud environment, but we expect it to be especially loud, being an in-state opponent. So our guys understand that, and we got a lot of veterans. We got a lot of veterans, played a lot of football in big environments. Obviously, Trent, like we talked about, being one of them. So hopefully that'll help us.
Coach, there were still a few good things to take out of the loss to Colorado. One of them being KJ Jefferson being the team's leading rusher. I mean, what have you seen from him and how he's growing as the season's progressing?
Yeah, I mean, KJ's a veteran guy, and he did some things with his legs. They were keying on our running backs, and so that helped us. Like I said, his experience, in a game like this, I think that helps too.
One person that hasn't been brought up as far as participation since we're in Sheldon Arnold, who was on the sideline for
Yeah.
the game against Colorado, didn't play a lot. Is he good to go?
Yeah, he'll be better. I think he didn't play, but I think 3 plays, but I expect him to play more this week.
Time for one more.
Coach, you're heading into a hostile environment and you're facing a team that are beneficiaries of a bye week and extra rest. What do you have to do physically and mentally to rebound?
Yeah, I really, I've just told our guys we're focused on us this week. We gotta attack those things that we need to improve on and go there and be ready to play.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right,
Thanks, everybody.
thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you guys.